A general thing on this map, instead of having your heavy in combo, I'm of the opinion that heavy and scout should switch on this map. This side is really good for heavy. You have a lot of like walls and things where you can just stand behind, peek from. It's really nice for heavy to play. And having scout on beam on this map, playing around your demo who's going to be peeking a lot, doing a lot of damage, your scout can very effective follow up. And it's kind of an awkward angle to peek from heavy because you can get very easily spammed out. And scout is just fast, so he just runs away. So that's like a general thing. What your scout's going to do, he will get 185. He will walk a point. He will try to focus whatever focus fire is being called. Whenever he takes some damage, gets below 125, he will go back, get 185 again, and just keep rotating. You need your beam to be here. Your demo needs to go, oh, I'm playing right side, I'm playing left side, and that's the moment that I know I can start walking up. For a soldier, you have a couple of ways of playing it. First of all, if your soldier goes flank, you already give him a buff here as well, as late as possible. If your soldier doesn't go flank, the other option is just he goes a suicide bomber. So he will roll out here, whip your heavy, whip your sniper to mid, and then from here you get 300 HP. You jump most like from this roof here. You can also do some other jumps. This is a bloody jump map. There are 20 jumps you can. You just say 3, 2, 1. You just jump in. And the rest of the team needs to walk off. That's why that countdown is really important. You go 3 to 1. You try to bomb into the combo. Force them to look at you. There's a good chance you will not even get a kill. You will do like 80 damage and die. And that's 100% fine because they're all looking at you. Your demo can do this on lower levels. If you just walk forward with 9 people, you will win. As for soldier, that already means that at the very least, the pyro has to be looking up here. You know, he needs to reflex shit. Meaning that your demo can just walk forward, hold down mouse 2 and just do this. And it's very difficult to deny all that damage coming in if you're already occupied and looking at the soldier on top of that roof there. As for the rest of it, your main goal is to be holding down flank. You can play banner if you want. I would personally still prefer combos, and that's also because you can very easily follow up. Let's say if a lot of damage is like called behind house, you can very easily from here just jump here into like house. You have two main jobs. First job is just hold down flank, and whenever possible, you know, you can go like behind here and be a menace. Your second jump is to jump in post. If an exchange is happening, you just kind of wait here, try to keep as much of your HP as possible, and when it's called that they've faded, do like one rocket here, one rocket there, and you just jump into them. That is the moment that everyone walks on point and goes for the fight. And at that moment, you jump in, you do huge damage, and you win post basically for your team. That's also how you use banner. If you run banner, both conch and battalions are really good. Battalions is insane. My soldier was running that shit on pro plant, and it basically won us the game. That thing was huge. First of all, it's really good for dry fight. None of the two sides have Uber. A banner is like the pseudo Uber. You can also use it for pose. So an exchange is called, you will blow your banner, you will just hold it, and when the fade is called, you will use it, and then your team will walk up with either the speed boost or the damage resistance. For Pyro, this map, it's really just reflex simulator. Just go for reflex, go for detonator spam. You're gonna be playing from ramps a lot, so if your combo is playing ramp, your job is to look forward. If you're not playing on ramp, your job is to look backwards for spy. In my opinion, right side is the worst because you have the least control flank. Some teams like rolling out a combo on flank, and if you roll out left side, you have a very easy way to like spam it out. You can even quickly peek like this. Spam over here. Whereas if you roll out the right side, you have a harder time spamming out flank. The reason I myself don't like flank, first of all, this house is a nightmare to play against. A soldier can very easily bomb over top it. It's difficult to react to it, and sticky spam is incredibly strong over this. That's why I don't like flank myself. And the second reason is also that, let's say you roll out to flank and the enemy just rolls out to cliff side, so goes here. It's very difficult for you to contest them edge capping this. That's why I personally am of the opinion that combos on the rollout at least should be playing main. And I would say just switch it up between like landing on the roof and try to DM from here and just landing here left side. Just switch it up every once in a while. As demo, it's really important to call the side you're playing. Left side, right side. As a heavy, the only moments you get heals on this map are arrows and crit heals. Try to keep track of your own crit heals, call them yourself. As much of your beam needs to go towards your scout on this map. It does sort of rely upon your scout being good. I've no idea who your scout is, but I trust he's good. If you hold it passive, you're heavy, gonna be playing against this house most likely. Can maybe even play it a bit more passive. It's like huge disad. Can be playing on this roof, for example. Legit, just only play flank. Hog this wall the whole game. One of the reasons why it's really good is, like I said, this map feels like you can play forward. I've had multiple times while playing against like a D1 team in UGC. I have, by the way, 5 hours on heavy. I did pretty well because all I did was just wait for a Pyro to get here because it feels like you can walk forward. And the moment a Pyro is like very far forward, you would just peek out, focus Pyro, call focus Pyro on the Pyro, and the Pyro dies. It's very easy just to get a free pick because you feel like you should be able to walk forward to like here. If you're playing on red, it's not weird to think you can stand here. But if you stand already like here, the heavy is starting to shoot you, the dem all start picking you, now you get shot from 2 sides, and suddenly the distance you need to cover to go all the way back is pretty far. Just peek out when somebody's overextending a point, call focus fire, and just play around these walls. You can also do a funny and hide here. I did it against a Div 1 team, killed Demo. Demo was not happy. He focused me down. I had 9 deaths to Demo. It was a sad day, but I had a funny kill, so it was worth. If you hold a bit more passive, it's this side of villager. If you hold aggro, it's this side of villager you hold. If it's really passive or you're pushing, it's either you're gonna like standing on these crates or this roof, or you're gonna like hugging this wall the entire time. Like he will still get like 15% heals because it's heavy. Most of the heals will just be arrows. You're just standing here, you took random spam, you're 220 HP and you get an arrow from your medic. And the other times it's just when you have crit heals. So let's say Telly's here, you get out of your teleporter, same medic crit heals, you get 450, you go to flank. Play around all of these walls. This house is like magical for heavy. Unless the enemy demo is having a bad day, it's just focusing you down. In that case, it's a bad day, but he's focusing on you, not your combo, so that's a good day. Engineer, personally, I would say try to play flank as much as possible. On rollouts, you're needed on flank. After that, you're going to be switching between babysitting your sniper and playing flank. If it's just a mirror fight, I would say for engineer, this map is kind of weird. Your teleporter gen speaking goes here in connector. Your rollout is just you go to main, you walk up here, you put down a teleporter and dispenser here, and you go flank. I've still not decided if Wrangler or pistol is best. I think it's Wrangler because you can waste a lot of the time of the soldier. You don't do a lot of damage, but you can waste a lot of time. Sentry here, a bit more passive. Sentry here, a bit more aggro. Sentry here, even more aggro to hold down flank here. And whenever you're not playing here on flank, let's say if your sniper is playing on flank, it's of course your job to protect him. If he's on roof, it kind of depends. If your sniper is on roof and he tends to get raped by the sniper here, that's when you go spy check for him. But at the same time, it's pretty easy for like even just your medic to look at him and just call spy sniper. It's pretty easy just to pay attention to this area. Now, if your sniper plays cliff a lot, this is a pretty decent sideline as well for sniper because he can also play like on this flank, then it is also your job to play around your sniper and spy check. Pretty decent spot for your sentry gun is here. You can just wrangle it here over points. Be aware of this decloak spot. Whenever you're not doing that, you can do the weird building jump I was talking about. So whenever you're holding forward, just do that. It tends to be very effective. And if you do get sniped, if you do get spammed, think of it in this way. That means that instead of your demo or your pyro getting sniped, it's your engineer getting sniped. You're playing engineer. It's not an important cost. If you can take away attention, that's huge. For your medic real quick, when you spawn, find your demo man. Everyone else, crouch and spawn. Demo gets 260, jumps here, gets 260 again. From there on, you get your scouts, get speed boost up until here. Very important, everyone roll out main. At the rollout, everyone goes main. You don't go there, you don't go there. I don't care what class you're playing, you go here. Because your medic needs to give everyone buffs. This is where you start separating. Flank members, this is where you walk upstairs. Your sniper usually goes here. As a medic, you want to give your sniper 185 as late as possible, so he has more than 150 HP for as long as possible. It's very important, you're responsible for your own spy checking as medic. This is an incredibly spam heavy map because of like all the corners. It's a really good demo map. So your pyro is going to be occupied, just looking forward like this and pressing mouse 2. And this is an incredibly dangerous decloaking spot. So you're going to be responsible for yourself. Play as much as possible just like this. I pray that when you turn around, you don't get that backstabbed. You're going to get backstabbed. It happens. It's Steve. Don't worry about it. Your medic will mostly just be standing here. Try to buff people as much as possible. Keep your sniper buff. This is one of the other reasons why sniper is good. It's very easy for your medic to give him 185. And if you're going to be peeking up to here, like I'm not necessarily paying attention to you. I'm just buffing random people who rotating here. For your sniper, you mostly just play around this area because it's just kind of the most flexible thing you could do, and it's also the place where it takes the longest for a spy to get to you. The spy, really important, focus the hell out of the teleporter. Teleports on this map will be either here, sometimes either here or here. Here's one. You have some aliens who put it there or here. It's really important to fully focus the teleporter. When I played open low, I got like 70 teleports on one map way too often. Teleports win games. It reduces your effective respawn time by up to 10 seconds, even more for your heavy. So fully focus teleport. I'm not spy main. All I can really say is that sniper here, this tends to be a map where you can decently focus sniper. Sniper doesn't tend to play directly in combo on this map. The only time sniper's in combo is when he's standing here, and this is pretty passive sideline. Like the sniper's not that threatening. Most of the time, he will be either playing here on cliff, here on bats, or somewhere here on flank. And generally speaking, he will only have either like an engineer or a soldier to spy check for him, but that class also has to play flank. So it's a pretty effective map where you can focus sniper down. There's also a funny teleport spot. There is like a stupid pixel where you can put a teleporter. You can hop on top of it, and then your sniper can stand on top of there. Don't do it in officials. you will get a death loss. If you win mid, the normal forward hold is here on point. This is what you do if you have Uber at or it's equal Ubers. Your medic goes here. Your heavy basically speaks this. Your combo is going to be just speaking mainly left side or sometimes right side. Your sniper is going to be playing on point. He can just take angles. He can sometimes try to get the off angle here. You want, in this case, probably your scout playing on cliff. You want somebody on cliff just to spot. Can also just be your spy. You kind of need to know where the sniper is in this case. If the sniper goes here, he can get like a pretty cheeky angle here on point, which is quite difficult to spot. Also, you need to know if flank calls is going to try to push from here. And if that's called, you can very easily just rotate your demo from left to right and just spam out like this. And if you have Uber at, don't be afraid to use it. This is a map where it's pretty easy to get caught. There are a lot of doorways, a lot of corners. It is very easy to get overextended on this map. This map is always, for me, at least as an engineer, has always been really weird. Because this map makes you believe you're able to walk forward. Then you walk forward and you're in the face of a heavy. So if you're standing here and you know you have Uber at, and you just see beam. The enemy demo is playing here. You see the beam just coming from here. Don't be afraid to just go demo scout fully into them. And just try to get as many kills as possible. Try to catch the medic and keep the snowball going. If it's equal Ubers, just try to hold on as long as possible. If they use on your Pyro, this Pyro demo in that case, you always have the advantage. If they also go Pyro demo, your Pyro is high ground, you have better air blast because of that. You can just hold on point and you play post as much as possible. You're sort of just going to be holding flank most of the time. You're just going to be standing, for example, on this roof, just spamming things out, all good, OG. Engineer, what you can do, there's this weird building jump. You can put the mini down, jump up, press mouse 2, and you're still holding your mini sentry. And you can like stand on roof and wrangle it from here without needing to build like a second sentry gun. It's an incredibly annoying thing to do, but you do have to watch out for a sniper going bad. If a sniper goes bad, you're sort of forced to go off it. But a lot of times what they will do is they will try to get the sniper to flank. Because you can imagine if you're holding a point, your medic's standing there and not behind the wall, getting your sniper on flank is like really strong. If it's like one of those situations where it's an 8-man wipe, your team is going aggro there on flank, you can put it aggro. It's very effective at looking at people trying to walk up from the stairs from main. If people here walk up main, they're instantly going to be faced with this sentry gun and you're not going to stay up there. You're going to be forced off pretty fast. But what you can even do is this jump. But you can like stand here in the meantime already. So you basically stand here, you wrangle stuff, you can wrangle from here to here. So your gun is up here, you wrangle it there, you wrangle it there. And the moment like it goes down, they're walking up, you're getting peeked by a sniper, you can just drop down like this. To just waste some extra time. Or what you can do, yeah, this jump is also possible. So it goes down, you back off here, and then you put a gun like somewhere on this roof. And this is what you do if you're just doing a normal hold, your combos there. You put your gun here. It's very effective at like wrangling soldiers and demos out of the air as well. That's kind of the reason why I like this thing a lot. It's very effective at like shooting stuff down. Be aware if you peek too far right side, you're peeking sniper, and you want to be pretty low on this roof. If you're pretty low, you just make it more difficult to get snipe basically. It's more difficult at least. Also be aware, snipers like playing here because it holds flank. So if somebody calls like sniper point or like sniper behind shed, it's most likely they're talking about this thing. You can also put like a level 2 up here. I've done that before. That's funny. This is a map where level 2s are not the worst thing ever. What you can do is when you respawn, let's say you're just upgrading your teleporter. In the meantime, you build like a level 1. By the way, this sentry gun spot is also pretty decent. People just don't tend to notice this thing. Like when there's an Uber exchange, this thing will get free like 50 to 70 damage and then force somebody to look behind and shoot a sticky at it or something. If you have disad, then like be ready to leave. So you're going to be playing basically one of these ramps. If it's a disad, play it passive. There are a lot of good sticky traps you can use. You have some here, some here. These ones are surprisingly good because what a lot of teams will do, they don't like rolling out main because this is a very choky point. So instead they will take the combo through this connector area. And what they will often do is, they will look like this. When they roll, they will go here. If you have stickies here, you can just dead them here. So this is basically for catching people who peek wide. This is for people who drop down from beds. I mean, these are just for people who go through main. Now, I would never recommend holding on flank. Some teams like playing here with their combo basically. I would not recommend that. Like, especially if you have disad. If they use to right side here, for example, they can very quickly be into you. And just in general, just the amount of spam damage you can do, but just by doing this is insane. So I would say don't ever hold like here as a combo. Some teams do it, and if they do it, what you do is, your sniper just goes here to flank. Get them fully buffed. So your combo groups up here. Your flank plus sniper goes here. Give your sniper full buff. Give your soldier full buff. He peeks here. Your own combo goes through here. Your demo starts spamming this out. Your soldier will just go for a bomb over this top. And in the meantime, the rest of you would just like walk up to this right side area, basically just into them. If you have like a complete wipe, you kill like 8 players of the enemy. What you can do is hold aggro on flank. This is viable. Put your combo basically here. What you can do is your heavy, for example, hug this wall. Stickies will be here. Here can be sticks. Here can be sticks. Your whole idea is just to get like another 10-20 seconds off the clock. It's basically around your sniper and your demo. If your sniper and your demo can get like an extra pick, that is how you get like more time off the clock, but it's just let them bleed some time to get this space back here on flank. So you're just gonna be basically playing here. Your medic should be playing this passive. You should never really be peeking the stairs. Your demo can very easily just spam over this. You can very easily hold down. Be aware, heavy, do not sit here. These windows are one way. If you hide, they can just see you. Be aware of that. So stand here if you want to hide. In the meantime, in that case, flank and combo switch. Combo goes flank, flank goes like cliffside. Yeah, your scout, your soldier are just kind of gonna be watching this. And if it's called that, you know, the whole combo goes to cliffside, that's the moment that you just have to like back off. You just go back here and then you're gonna go back to the normal point hold. So now for pushing, if it's disad, just go for a sec. Roll your medic out to like main, give your classes a buff, and then either engineer or scout. I always prefer to back off from a scout, but engineer is also totally fine. And then you just go for a 7-man sec. Everyone just die on point. If you don't die, you're a baiter. If it's like full disad, you can do it twice before you have full uber. If you get a force, if you get a drop, huge. That's the moment that you can like roll out. Again, watch out for like a random heavy standing here. Here sometimes people like to hide. Just watch for hiders, watch for spies, normal stuff. If you have add, so you either take it right side or you take it through flank. Personally, I would say you can go through flank, because if you have add, most likely they're going to be playing passive. If you're going to go for an exchange, you use here, because you can quickly get a force. The medic's going to be standing there. You want to get a force as quick as possible. Basically milk it as long as possible. And you can go through here and basically use only here. Again, demo scout. Now the other option what you can do, you go from here basically. The way Ubers generally speaking work on this map is you flash your demo jumps in. As a demo, you land somewhere around here. Don't go all the way to like enemy beds. That's basically just a sec wave at that point. You need to land like somewhere here. On the ground here is also fine. After that, you beam your scout. Your scout's main job is to run your medic towards your demo. Your demo is gonna be flashed, but his flash will wear off in like a second or 1.5 seconds. Your scout needs to bring your medic as quick as possible to your demo so your medic can flash your demo again. From there on, just try to shoot the people. Just try to call focus fire. If you have uber ad, you can just call focus fire. Very easy kills. If it's an exchange, try to shoot the people who are not uber. For some reason, I need to keep saying this. People like shooting shiny things, so shoot the people who are not shiny. Try to get as many flashes out of them as possible. If you flash 2 people, you have an uber of about 7 point something seconds. If they have to flash 3-4 people, their uber is gonna go down all the way to possibly like 6 seconds. It's up to your medic to call our uber's better, our uber's worse. The enemy is fading. And one thing that's really important is stay out of the exchange. If it's an exchange, so both sides use uber, you stay out of it. Your pyro, you're gonna be playing around here, because what will happen is you go in, the enemy uses, and if your uber is not better, you need to back off. Your pyro is ready here with reflex to make sure your medic gets out of alive. Make sure that if their uber is slightly better, you can reflect whatever's left of the enemy uber. And only when the fade is called, that is the moment you engage. As soon as it's called they're fading, that's when everyone just walks out. Before that, your snipers are just going to be peeking passively, and everyone else is just going to be around the corners. Try not to take damage, try to have as much HP in post. I cannot say this enough. My team makes this mistake way too much. It's called to go for like demo scout uber, and then my pyro just runs in as well. As a medic, I didn't need to choose. I flash my pyro and fuck up my uber, or I don't flash my pyro and my pyro dies. So it's really important to stay out of it. The main thing is to keep track of, you know, what are your picks, what is the uber situation. Those are the major 2 things. Well, 3 things. Also, who's point, of course. If you have this ad, you go for sack. If it's equal, you go for an exchange. If you have ad, you just use into them. Also, if you have like sniper, for example, on the mid fight, if you get sniper, just try to play it slow. The longer your sniper's alive and they don't have a sniper, it's just like higher chance that your sniper will just randomly get some pick because somebody just over peaks. But if you have a combo pick, then you just want to play it as quick as possible. If they miss any combo player, it allows your combo to just easily walk forward. And the quicker you can do it, the less time their pick classes have to get like a random pick in exchange for your picks.